I see.
Dang, by the time you twisted, I just said now we're live right now. You fucked
Yeah,
up
no,
my
you're
intro
good.
right there. That's my
Sorry.
intro right there. God damn. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Knuckles Family Friends Presents Nani Podcast, where we discuss all things that's anime, whether it's news, anime episodes, or anime season one discussions, stuff like that. But we are back. It's been a hot minute. I'm your host, Knuckles. I got my cousin here, Ralph, right now. And we're on Act 20. We're going to talk about I still saw her in the background. I still hear her in the background.
Oh, it's silent.
It's, like
Yeah,
I can't
there's
even hear, but
nothing
the
on.
background noise is still there.
Yeah, there's nothing on.
Okay, no, all right, cool. We're
Yeah, it
gonna be
might be
talking
something on.
about season one of Dandadan. No, I still hear it. I still hear the background noises.
There's
I
literally nothing on.
there's-
Like literally silent.
okay, all right. Now
Yeah.
I hear nothing right now. I'm just like, what the
Okay.
hell's going on right there? But yeah, welcome everybody. It's been a hot minute since we've been doing the podcast right here. I have been doing episode recaps of Dandadan. So hopefully y'all been watching that. But today we're actually be doing like the full on discussion of season one. And I'm gonna just say this: Ralph was definitely excited for this anime. And let me tell you something about this right now. Like back in early January, right? Early January, me and Lou were doing like animes of 2024 that we were excited to watch this year. Dandadan was on my list, right? Because I just like the plot of it. Like, I'm like, okay, this seems like a funny anime. It seems cool. But I saw the trailers. I'm like, whoa, I was not expecting this, right? And then the first episode, I'm like, yo, whoa, what's going on right now? Like, I was not expecting all of this right now. Like, Don the Don shocked me. Like, I was excited for it, but I didn't think it'd be this great right now. I just did not think it would turn up like this. So I was very, very surprised. And listen, we're gonna get into it, like give our thoughts about it, our negative thoughts, thoughts in the upcoming season because season two is coming out in less than a year right now, which is awesome. But we're gonna talk about all that. But like I said, Ralph was more excited than I was. Like I said, I was just did not think it was going to be this great. I didn't think it was going to be like this good right now. I'm just like, okay, since it's got a pretty simple plot, it's funny, but no, there was a lot of things that happen where I'm just like, oh wow, like this was a game changer for me right there. So, Ralph, I mean, let's start with the audience right now. Tell them, like how excited you were about this anime.
Yeah, from reading the manga and shit, I absolutely loved it. I think it started in 2021, and yeah, it's been like 3 years now almost. But I just had a feeling as long as it got the right studio. Once I heard it was Studio Saru, I was like, yeah, it's a wrap for the game. Like it's about to take over.
Should we inform people about that city because they
Um,
like it's like you have information more than I do, but like don't they like they pretty much go all out, right? Like they don't give a fuck.
so
Like
they did Devilman Crybaby, which was like an award-winning movie or a show on Netflix or whatever,
yeah.
and that was like very similar style. There's a lot of callbacks to it. Uh, so I would like if I knew if it was even half as good as that, then it'd be definitely a hit.
Mhm.
As far as their other works, I'm not super familiar, but that one was definitely one of my favorites of all time. So
One YouTuber saying that they go all out like they don't give a fuck,
yeah,
and that's where I got from the first episode. Like, I mean, the spirit was saying, "Let me gobble your weenie." I was just like, wait, what?"
which is
Like we,
verbatim in the manga. I mean, it's completely faithful, which is perfect. I'm glad
yes.
they didn't like censor anything.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, here's the thing. Like, I like us not censoring things right there because, like,
Hmm.
I feel as though with anime, it's like I just get this vibe that they're not allowed to go over the limit right there, and they should not be cross that line. Because I
But it's
was
like
gonna say,
whose limit? It's our limit, but it's not their limit. You know what I mean?
okay, well, speaking of limit, I mean, I kind of want to say this to later on, but since we're on the limit talk, let's talk about it right here. Before it was animated, right? I have a question for you. I know you read the
Hmm.
manga. When you
Hmm.
read the manga, right? Well, actually, no, no,
Hmm.
no, no, no. Okay, look, before we get into that, actually, I think we're jumping ahead. Let's talk about the premise, right? We have
Yeah.
like these two teenagers, Ken Takakura, aka Okarun, and Momo Ayase. Ken believes in aliens. Momo believes in spirits. Both of them but Ken does not believe in ghosts, and Momo does not believe in aliens, right? And
Mhm.
so, much as I love them, they did some white people shit. And what I remember is like they want to say, okay, I'll prove to you that one of them's real. And I'm just like, first of all, you will not see me catching dead in any of these areas to prove that supernatural 6 6. Now, granted, I believe in supernatural shit, but I'm not gonna go ahead and be like, oh hey y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and explore on that shit right there. No, I'm not gonna do that right there. So
Yeah.
they find out that both spirits and aliens exist right there. So they got what they wanted, but it kind of costs Okra some precious, valuable assets right there. But what that first episode, right, when he ran to her again, she's like, "Let me grab your weenie." And then when the aliens, kidnapped Momo and they were getting ready to probe her, right? They stripped her down to her bra and panties, right? And there are people saying that okay, Dandadan is advertising sexual assault and stuff like that, right? So my question was to you: when you read the manga, was there an upward too? Because you said what happened to manga
No one
happened in
even
the anime. So like,
no
was
one
it?
even batted an eye. And if you actually read manga, that's like nothing compared to some shit out there. I mean, like we
Yeah,
were saying earlier, have you ever watched Berserk? Like, I mean, come on now.
have
Let's,
we seen the ending of that shit was
yeah,
terrible. Like that
yeah,
night, like I was sick. I ain't kind of
yeah,
ready to watching that shit. It was so
yeah,
good, like so good
yeah,
anime, but like that ending was awful. But
yeah.
we got Goblin Slayer. That
Hmm.
first episode.
Yeah,
The first episode, they did some wild shit right there. I don't want to say
yeah.
it, and it's like I'm not saying like it's good to do that, but it's like for people to be mad at Dandadan for what it showed, we have seen a lot where it's like they teased it, right? Like, was it comfortable to watch? No, not really. But they didn't. Nothing happened though. Like they didn't. It didn't happen right there. But
Plus,
here,
the definition of probe, and especially with aliens, this has been going on forever. Even when I was a kid, I'd watch those shows on sci-fi where those people would have like, oh, they had alien abduction stories. Like that's they would say, yeah, it was probed. Like they stick a
yeah,
rod up your butt and take your DNA to go back to their planet, kind of bullshit. So it's just all in line with urban legends and myths.
yeah. But here's what's so great about episode one, right? I know we're skipping ahead, right? So when Momo was about to get probed by the aliens, and we see Turbo Granny, possessing Okarun, coming at the phone and attacking the aliens, right? Now, in episode four, that's when Okarun and Momo defeated Turbo Granny, right? And that bound spirit. When they defeated them, okay, I feel so. Are we skipping ahead too much? Because I'm like, we're still stuck on like the episode one, but are we skipping ahead a little bit? Because like, there's still a meat into episode one I want to talk about still.
No, yeah, go ahead. But the first one, yeah,
Okay, so when they defeated Turbo Granny, right, and we see like those girls coming out of that ghoul form or spirit form, right? Psycho, I say Momo's fine grandma, which I mean, for her to be a grandma, be looking that young right there, I'm just like, goddamn.
it's not explained, but like, yeah, they call her Baba Chan or Baba San or like grandma, but it could just be. She also says auntie sometimes,
Yeah,
so it's
true. That's
like.
true.
And there's no explanation of parents or anything. So I'm
It's
sure
so,
that's something that'll come up eventually.
but it's so crazy how like Momo's grandma looks so young. It's reminded me of the MCU Spider-Man's how Aunt May looks so young. She doesn't look elderly right there. So I don't know if
Yeah,
Donna
that was a strange one there.
was thinking
Yeah.
from MCU's look was like, hey, uh, Aunt May is pretty young. She's pretty young. Don't she's an elderly lady. So I think Donna took something from MCU. I think that's what they're
Hmm.
doing right there. I clearly did it. But what happened was that Psycho explained to her. So basically, Turbo Grand was staying in an abandoned tunnel right there, right? At that abandoned tunnel was girls that were molested, that were raped, that were thrown in there, left to die, like cut up to pieces and shit like that, right? For Turbo Granny to come out the phone and save Momo, it wasn't really explained, but I feel as though with like Turbo Gary's experience was confronting the spirits right there, right? Confronting the spirits. Her seeing what those aliens were about to do to Momo was honestly an amazing thing. And now we look back at it, because like we're like, okay, he's just saving her, whatever. But like I think with Turbo Granny, she saw a lot of girls being molested, tormented. She's like, you know what? I'm not gonna see that happen again with this girl. So I think maybe what makes the saving more amazing right there, honestly. And I feel as though people are like don't really talk about that because they're still stuck on the fact that um Dandadan's promoting sexual assault right there. But like that saving moment in episode one makes more sense after watching episode four. And I thought that was just a great thing that I feel as though people are not gonna talk about, which that was an article on Screen Rant. So shout out to Screen Rant right away because they did write about that.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's just like just watch it kind of thing. I take it to dumb it down. Like if you actually watch it, you will understand the plot points instead of just yelling about something that's really not relevant. Or because when you say the word promotion, that means you're giving like permission to or showing, hey, this is cool, this is okay, which is zero intention of what that was. So I just found that whole thing stupid. I don't even pay attention to that.
It was very, very stupid. But also, to go back to your point right there, actually to the first episode when Turbo Granny said, "Let me gobble your weenie." That's why she said it because of all of the men that
You
are
take it
molesting
away
the
from
girls
you, yeah.
back there. That's why she said.
Hmm.
The first I'm like, yeah, what kind of diddy shit we on right now? Like, what the fuck is
Hmm.
going on right now? But like I said, after watching episode four, you see why Turbo Granny is like that. Which, by the way, the whole premise is, yes, Okron finds out that spirits are real, but she took his balls. So, they have to look for his golden balls right there. So it just this anime showed to me that balls are important. It's like men's genitals are that important. So
Yeah.
you know, but like you said, if you watch the anime, like you'll understand it. Which, by the way, like Okarun and Momo's dynamic duo, like their chemistry and personality is great. Like, Okarun is like the shy, nerdy guy, and Momo is the confident girl right there. Which, by the way, she's not popular. She's not a popular girl. Like, she's very pretty, so you can see why Okarun, just be nervous to talk to her right there. But like, dude, the first episode, like her boyfriend wanted to have sex with her. He's like, no, have sex with me and I'll break up with you. And Mom was like, no, I ain't gonna take that shit. She tries to kick the guy. So like, I like the badass attitude that Momo has, but I think what her talking to Okran, neither of them thought that they would have their relationship right now because the first time she was like, okay, I'm mad. Let me just talk to somebody right there. But her talking to Okran kind of, in a way, saved his life right there.
Yeah, it definitely had like an impact as far as growth. But I mean, the way I look at it is definitely like a love story kind of thing.
It,
I think
it
that's kind of the main. There is action and humor along the way because it is a traditional shonen, but it is a typical love story in that aspect.
like I said, as episodes go on, they get closer and closer and closer. But like I said, they're even when they're angry at each other, it's still great to see it right there. Like I love those two guys. Like you see it from the first episode of them, proving on like, no, aliens exist, no, spirits exist right there. Like it was just great from like the first episode and to the end of the episode to the end of the season. And it's funny because Momo has a uh, celebrity coach called Ken Takakura, and it finds out that's actually Ken Takakura is right there. Well, the the non-celebrity version. So instead, she calls him Okuran because she refuses to believe that he is Ken Takakura right there. Which I mean, that's funny, I guess, right
Yeah,
there. But I don't know what else to say from that. So
yeah, yeah. No, definitely.
I, I'm used to saying Okra now. Well, I know his name is Captain Kirk, but like Okra is just a little bit more easy to say. I feel as though like do you prefer him called Okra or Captain Kirk? Like, are you stuck? Like, what are you mainly on when it comes to his name right there?
I think Ken sounds dope, but he doesn't deserve that title yet. So he's gonna take that dweeby name Okarun or whatever and keep that shit.
What does he have to do to get that respect to get that Ken name? What do you think he has to do?
I mean, he's from where I'm at. He's done plenty. He definitely deserves it now. But yeah, I don't know. He just grow up a little, stop slouching all the time, get some
Yeah,
contacts,
yeah,
something.
true,
I'm
true.
not one to talk. I'm a big ass
Oh
glasses,
no,
but
but I will say that I like all the characters. There's not really a character that really like annoys me for now anyway, because it was just season one. But like I said, Momo's a bit of the hothead, but she ain't take no shit, which I like for her, right? Okran is the shy, quiet kid. Turbo Granny is very, which at first she's the spirit, but eventually they put her soul into that little cat doll right there, which she looks so adorable in that cat doll. So I really love that. I love Psycho. I love their granny. Like even though she's a damn, what's that word I'm looking for right there? She's an exorcist right there. She's
yeah,
still limited to what she can do right there, but she's basically like their trainer pretty much, like their grandmaster in a way.
yeah. So
I
her abilities only work in the town, not
Yeah.
outside of the town. But yeah, I mean, she's a exorcist that raised her, Momo.
She
Um,
doesn't get enough credit because she was explaining to them, what a balanced spirit is and a regular spirit fusing together right there. Like when she explained that story, because at first she was supposed to be the one to like exorcist Turbo Granny, but when she felt that presence, she's like, "Yeah, no, I can't do this right now. Like, no, like
mhm,
I felt a very, very strong presence right there. So no, like she knows her limits, though. She knows her limits, and
yeah,
honestly." At first, at the beginning of the season, I was like, with Turbo Granny possessing Okran, right? Only Momo, like by the way, Momo has powers. Like when the aliens are about to probe her, her powers awaken right there, and she's able to maintain the curse from within Okran right there. And even in that second episode, he did let loose and control the Turbo Gangster for a little bit. Which, by the way, his personality too, and that is like really funny. So I'd be like, man, what am I doing here right now, man? Like, oh my god, like the design is cool. Like, weirdly enough, the design looks pretty freaking cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie,
yeah.
I'm
I
like,
love the design.
why does that look pretty cool right there, right? But in episode two, I'm like, okay, Momo can't contain his spirit forever, like at the end of episode two, right? Like by the time, she gets knocked out, the spirit takes over him. So I'm like, I'm saying to myself, wait, well, how are they gonna work this out? Because she like I said, she can't control this forever. So I'm happy that the anime at least, took care of that for us because, they did, take out Turbo Granny's like they took a Turbo Granny spirit from Ogre, but he still has her powers though. So it's not. So I like that now that she doesn't have to watch him 24/7. Because
Yeah,
that would have been a problem. That would be like, damn, that's kind of terrible right there. Terrible writing,
yeah.
if you ask me.
It would have. I mean, it could have added a dynamic where it just kept them together. It could have worked, but it would definitely be annoying. And eventually, they'd have to tether apart. So
They would. But like I said before, with the split powers, like episode four, I would say when they fought Timber Grand Lake, that was like a really good episode, even though of Momo and Okran working together. Because what I said this in my previous video of episode, I know which one I have, it was episode 9, but like I like how Momo is kind of like the leader in a way. Like she like has like the battle plan map. Like she comes with the ideas, right? And at that time on episode 4, Okro was just running. He wasn't really like fighting that much, right? Like it was basically like a game of like tag right there with Momo just directing the traffic right there. As episodes go on, I feel as though their battle chemistry got better because when they met up with Ira, right, and because she had Okran's balls when they were fighting Acrobat Asoki. Once again, they by the way, Momo was tied up in that fight as well. So Momo was tied up. She still had the gameplay, of what to do to defeat her, but also Okra was like, I never fought anyone before. I actually never hit anybody before. So that fight right there was actually pretty really good because as I said before, their battle plan is getting better, and Okra's actually like learning how to fight using those patterns because like I feel as though him just becoming all too powerful at the start with that would have just would have been bad. But like I like that he's going through the growing pains of actually like using this for because I was saying that technically speaking before the Agabus Suki fight, I'm like, technically speaking, he hasn't really won a fight in that form. He's just been running away. He hasn't really like actually took over and won a fight. Which I mean, granted, by the help of Mobo, he did win a fight. So like I said, I like seeing like the growing pains of Okran in that form.
Yeah. No, he definitely has to have a lot of growth in that form. I mean, just I don't. It's not really explained. I mean, kind of, but subtly. But like,
True,
Turbo
true.
Granny in this universe has like an immense amount of power. If you notice, she always calls a lot of other spirits like that kid or that little
Yeah.
bullshit kind of thing. Like, don't compare that shit to me. Like, she's on a completely another level that it's hard to explain there, which is
No,
really dope, though.
she's seen a lot of stuff. Like she is seeing it all right there. That's why she's like respect your elders. Like she's even told Akamaru
Yeah.
Suki, respect your elders right there. And speaking of
Hmm.
Akamaru Suki, right? Um, what was your thoughts on Ira? Like her introduction, and her Akamaru Suki, which that broke the internet. Like episode 7, like broke the internet right there. Everybody's like, damn, I didn't know those arrogance like that. Which listen, that threw me off too because when Psycho said in episode 4, right? Every spirit is like, comes from a bad experience right there. Now, it's also to let them know that hey, humans should not be fucking around. Also should not be fucking around. Spirits should not be fucking around with humans as well, too. So it's like both, I like there's bad things on both sides. But what was your thoughts on that, Ira Akamaru Suki story? Because like I knew it was gonna be a sad story. Just not like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I'd read it, so I kind of forgot. It was good to see it animated. They definitely did a lot more with it than it did in the manga, and they definitely fleshed it out a lot, which I thought was really cool. But I mean, I still never got who the character actually is that they're portraying. I know it's acrobatic Silky, like as the spirit form, but like who is that lady? It was just a lady that Ira happened to call Mama on accident, and that had like such a profound effect on her that it kept her spirit locked in, which is just like such a minuscule detail of something that can keep someone like tethered to the world, kind of
Wait,
thing.
I'm a little confused. What do you mean by like show us what that lady is? I'm confused.
So, like during the flashback episode for Acrobatic Silky, like the
Y-
actual person,
Yeah.
it's just like a woman that had bad circumstances that was being harassed by the Yakuza and they took her daughter because she couldn't give the money. But it's not a character that's other than that aspect of being acrobatic Silky is relevant to the story besides having a chance meeting with Ira that one day.
She there should have been more to it. To just he calls her
Yeah, I'm
mom.
just saying. Yeah, I don't really like it's beautiful. I'm still like hung up on the fact like who is that? Why that person? I thought it was
But
kind of
here's what
tricky.
confused me about it, though. Right when she met the lady, she was technically still alive, right?
Yes, then she was
But
a kid. Ira was and said
yeah,
called her mama on accident,
and
but
then
she
she
had
turned.
already like lost her mind at that point after everything that happened.
Yeah, but then she turns into a spirit.
And
It's
wants
like,
to protect Ira.
does she have to die?
Yes, she was. She did die, but just with those, she had an attachment to this world, which was seeing Ira because she knew she couldn't see her daughter again. They're implying her daughter died, so that was the implication I got from that. Like they took the daughter and either gave her away or did something terrible, and she'd never see or be called mama again until Ira did it that day. So then she just kind of latched on that emotion of like wanting to see her daughter again was latched on to Ira, and so what kept her. tethered to the world, and then created that from all the resentment that she had. But it's a really cool extra way to do that, I thought.
I guess I see what you're saying, but like I was just looking at her like now she's the cool now, and I'm just like she just we didn't see her die though. Again,
Yeah,
we never saw her die.
yeah. That's what I
That's
said. Like
part.
they fleshed it out way more than in the manga. It's just like here's this thing, and then you see the backstory panel by panel, and you're like, okay, cool. Like she got fucked up. Now she's here, and somehow she will transfer these powers. But because they fleshed it out so much, as cool as it is, like you said, it ends up leaving you with more questions than answers, kind of thing.
Yeah, I did because here's the other thing too, right? Uh, so basically, when she was acting with Silky, she ate Ira, and so
Hmm.
Ira not having any like spiritual presence or powers, killed her. So I was acting with Silky's spirit aura went onto her, right?
Hmm.
So here was the thing that a little bit confusing right there, right? So clearly, Ira has Ira Silky's powers, right?
Hmm.
We're coming ahead to to like their next situation with the aliens, right? When her powers were activated, right? Here was the question I had. Obviously, when her aura went to Ira, we knew like okay, she's gonna be alive, right? Did her powers activate because of the aura that was transferred to her, or because remember what Terragray said? She's going to like the void or some shit like that. She's going to nothingness.
She went in the in between, kind of like purgatory ish, I guess you can call it.
Yeah,
But she did have some sport of spiritual power because she could see Momo's. Because if you don't have any kind of powers, you can't see Momo or Okarun in their transformed state or
yeah,
using their power. So having the
yeah,
ball with her already gave her a little bit of spirit energy, but not enough to sustain, being swallowed up and all that stuff.
yeah.
So once she
Here,
did die, the powers that they beat her with, she was like, if I'm going to protect you, then I'm actually killing you. Like, what's the purpose of me trying to protect you? And then gave her the leftover spirit energy.
yeah, but here's what confusing though, right? Yes, her transfer aura to Ira saved her life, and now Ira has her powers, right? My question was, did she get the powers because of the aura that's transferred to her, or because Akira Suki actually did not go to the void or purgatory, instead she went back into Ira's? Like, are you understand what I'm saying? I'm just like,
Yeah,
how did
I
she get
mean
the power? Like, how did
it's
she get the
kind of
powers though? You know what I'm saying? Like, yes,
both. It's kind of both. I mean, she gave it to her. It's kind of like the lowest common denominator there. She
so
basically
like,
gave it to her.
yes, even with her getting the aura, like, I'm just saying to myself, like, did she know I was gonna give her powers as well too? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
when she gave it to her, it technically combined her spiritual presence with what little of Iris had, and then that blossomed into her taking on her ability
okay, yeah,
because
because
she
my
had
thing.
already awakened from Okarun's ball, basically.
Okay, that's one way to put it right there. Because, like I said, I was just accusing her, just like, yeah, you have an orb, but I didn't think you actually activate her power right there. Like, they
Yeah.
didn't really touch base on that. I mean, yeah, they asked her how she got the powers, but it's like, I feel as though there should have been like, an in-depth reason as to why,
But
how.
when you first hear her speak, it's Akra's voice,
Yes,
meaning like she's a part of her. It's not always like that, but in that
yeah,
initial thing, it was kind of like shaking off the cobwebs, like, oh, okay, this is yours now.
yeah. Which,
So,
like I said, she was going into nothingness. Like you said, Turbo said, "Oh, she's going to nothing. Like where she's going, I don't know, but she's going to the void right now." But I feel as though with Ira comforting her at that last minute, I'm thinking to myself, "Okay, she didn't go to the void. I guess she went to a special place." I don't know. It's like confusing the more I talk about it right there. I'm confusing myself right now.
yeah, he is now.
I'm gonna just stop right there. I'm gonna just stop right there. It wasn't explained. How did she get the
Yeah.
password there? But episode 8, no, episode 9, which is my favorite episode in terms of, like, comedy, animation. That one where they were, fighting the aliens right there in the classroom. Like, I thought that was such a good episode because it was like I said, it was the introduction to Iris Akamatsuki's powers right there. But also
Mhm.
the animation in the episode was like, a fight in. And think about this too. It was three different types of animation like illustrations because you have the one where it's yellow where they're like in the alien world or whatever like that, turn to green, they're in the water, and then back into like reality when they got out of
The
the alien
void,
dimension right there. Like
yeah, the void
that was
dimension.
just beautifully drawn in episode like episode like 9 had to be my favorite episode. Like granted, it ended in like controversy, I guess, right there. But like the animation that was detailed into episode 9 was just amazing. Like I said, to go from three different like color scenes right there, like that's not easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that studio is just known for being very stylish and color based. Like I said, if you watch Devilman Crybaby, you'll see it. Everything is colors. Everything. It splatters. Different demons have different blood colors that are splattering everywhere. It's just a very lively but dark, and I think that's right up their alley, which is why it just makes sense that they took that. Um,
I do need to watch that. I do need to watch that.
I'm surprised you haven't. Yeah,
I don't
it's
have Netflix.
very, 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 very dark, but it's one of my all-time favorites. It's just the Devil Man. It's been out since like the '70s, um,
They've
but
just had different versions. They just had different
yeah,
versions
there's
of
there's a few different versions. There's a bunch of different versions, but that one by far takes the cake.
it.
So
Okay. Mhm. I had to look into that. But no, like so with episode 9 though, right? Like and Okura said this earlier too, which I have a question for you. He was saying to Momo, aliens exist too, but they're a lot worse than the yokai, right? Who do you
hmm
think are worse? The aliens or the yokai in Dandadan? Who do you think are like worse, or do you think they're equally the same?
aliens by far, not even a
Oh,
question.
really? Like, all right,
Yeah,
I agree with that too, but explain the
this
reason
is
as to
this
why.
is foreshadowing, non-spoilery. But I mean, just think about it. And a demon has to die, or a yokai has to die first to be, able to cause trouble. Otherwise, you're just a person. But the aliens are sentient and they're smarter and they're bigger and badder. And like, not all of them are bumbling idiots like Distropoians who
Yeah.
just like, yo, we paid you for this shit. Why can't you get it
I,
done? Like, he's like,
I,
yeah, no food for you, bro. Like, you didn't
I know.
finish
We
the.
will 60% off your pay right
Yeah,
there.
exactly. They're like, no. Yeah, that's
But like,
crazy.
I know I agree too, but it's like with aliens and Donanar, right? It's like they give no fucks. Like we taking your powers. We're not.
hmm
First they say, "Oh, we're peaceful," but we're gonna take your shit anyway. We like
Yeah.
for the first episode, like Timo, but like, "Oh yeah, we're peaceful, but we want to reproduce some woman right there." So we're gonna forcefully probably give you no questions. Like we're not giving you a choice. We're gonna take your shit,
Well,
and
they
then
did the same thing to Okurin. So when
oh
they're in the
yeah,
school and the
oh yeah,
boys, yeah,
I'm
they,
getting that.
yeah,
Amazon like we're gonna take your banana organ right there. We're gonna
exactly.
take your banana.
So it's
We're
like it's
gonna
both ways, and that just goes to the naysayers. It's like it's not just one-sided. Like it's
yeah.
for a purpose. It's not just
Uh,
to do stuff. Yeah.
like I said, they're forcibly like taking the shit from them. Like I said, their actions first, ask questions later. Right there, they don't have no fucks. They say they're peaceful. It's like your actions are not very peaceful, right? And they were asking the next episode, were like, "Yo, why are they targeting us for their yokai powers? Why not just go to yokai?" But I think Okura was saying that apparently yokai are like protecting the world from the aliens right there. I forgot what he said in his notes right there, but like aliens can't directly fight the spirit, so they need the spirit
hmm
to like control a human right there.
Yeah.
Like that's why they're
And
wait.
then they can kind of extract the power from that.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
But you were saying no spoilers though, so like okay, I like obviously you read the manga, you know what's gonna happen right there. But like yeah, but from what I've seen though, I feel as though the aliens have just been worse. Now it's not to say that yokai are not bad. Like no,
So
stay away from them.
yokai's way of doing things is more like mental, emotional, and tormenting.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they can torment you, haunt you, do like messed up shit, trap you places. But the aliens are more destructive. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
Oh, absolutely. No, I agree with that. But I absolutely agree. Like I said, they show you how aggressive and forceful they are on them right there. Which, by the way, episode 9 does a little joke right there, like what the one alien hit Ira into the wall right there. Oh, you're wondering why I hit you. I didn't say the name of my move right there because you know in anime they always
Yeah.
say the name of
So
the
the
move right there.
name of the movie.
Alien was like, nope, I didn't say my name of my move right there. That's how I
Yeah.
got you right there. I'm like, yo, that's pretty funny right there. Like they're ripping off. They're like throwing some slide jokes. You know how anime always say the name of the move. And it's like, no, just do the move right there. Stop yelling it so people know what you're doing right there.
Yeah. No, I love that fact. I mean, the creator is awesome. He used to be an assistant for uh Chainsaw Man. So like that
Yeah,
really wacky, crazy but violent storytelling,
yeah.
he really took up on that, and I love that. One thing I think we skipped over was the opening and how popular that was.
Oh, okay, no, we're gonna get to that. Okay, let's tell me open right
Okay.
there, right?
Yeah. So
So
the
earlier this year,
opening,
well,
yeah,
earlier this year, right? Matt Match
Mashal.
season 2
I didn't
had
watch that,
it's a
but
fun anime. I've heard that, right? That intro was great, right? I feel as though that intro might have introduced people to Master, even though that was season 2. But Dandadan's intro, I think I like a lot better than
it's
Mashal's.
the same people. Creepy
Same people,
nuts.
it's the same
Yeah.
people, yeah. Because when I heard
Yeah.
the intro, I'm like, wait, is this Creepy Nuts right now? Like, it is Creepy
Mhm.
Nuts. That's what her name is, right? Creepy Nuts.
Creepy nuts. Yeah.
That's an odd name, but whatever. Listen,
Fits the story.
that's for the story. But no, the intro of Dawn is fire. Like, literally, by the time, like, it's so you know what time it is right now when you first put on it. You're like, this intro,
Hmm.
fire. Like, I
Yeah.
thought the match was into. No, here's the thing. Macho had the dance. Had the dance in that. This one was just like they don't have to dance, but like they just got the. I don't want to say bars, but like this, they just I don't know. Something about the intro right there is just I just don't know how to explain it right there. It's just a fire ass intro right there.
Well,
Like
when I less so the song, more so like the choreography. So many Easter eggs in there. Like Momo's dance is from the Rihanna video.
that's what I heard about that. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool. When Okaru runs at the end, that's straight out of Devilman Crybaby. Because
Oh,
all their running forms, like they're all on the track team, and they run like that. And when I saw that, because that's like when he starts taking his shoes off and then he gets in that stance, I was like, okay, Science Saru, you guys were the right studio for this shit. Like that was really dope.
dude, they pay a lot of homage to a lot of things right there. Hell, they on the last episode they had you said these nuts. I'm just like, yo.
Yeah. See, I don't watch the dub. I can't. I just can't do dubs.
I'm
But
not gonna lie,
I
bro.
went back.
The dub and
I've heard
Dada
that
is
it's
pretty good.
good.
Like, bro, they got what every time they release episodes, they got all the languages already. Because normally they take like weeks until the dub shows up, and no, like
Yeah,
they
it's
they
because it
got
got a Netflix release. That's why Netflix doesn't play around. I think
you know.
that's another bump to the popularity as it being on Netflix so early. Usually Netflix is
Oh yeah,
secondhand
I
or
forgot it
exclusive.
was leaked. It was leaked right there before.
It was leaked, but I think a lot of people paid respect and didn't watch it.
Yeah, I
Because I
did it.
know a lot of people where I saw were saying like I'm not watching, and I refused. I didn't even bother.
No, I did it.
It's like I'm
But
not doing that shit.
but to your point, when you say about being on Netflix about the popularity, think about this, right? Donna, like, I'm not saying Donna's the only anime, but like, it's one of the few animes that I know that's on Crunchyroll, that's on Hulu, that's on
And Netflix,
Netflix.
like
It's
you can't not watch see it.
like it's on every like streaming
It's
service right
everything.
there.
Yeah,
So it's like you can't get away from it. Like, because normally certain animes are stuck to like one thing. Like that's why it gets annoying. Is I'm just like, damn, I wish this anime was on this streaming service because I can't watch it. But like, no.
yeah. Bleach, like Jesus, dude.
Well, it's fun if you have. Well, what I have the Disney Plus bundle, so it's Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max. Because I saw that they would say, "Oh, Bleach is on Disney Plus." I'm like, okay, but by the time I have Disney Plus, I don't see it.
And you
I have
don't see it. Yeah,
I have
that
to get the
pissed me off.
I have to get the Hulu
Hmm.
subscription on that, which I did. I got the deal, which is actually a pretty good deal. Actually, like it's
Yeah.
I pay 30 bucks a month for it, so it's great right there. But no, like you have access. Honestly, hold up. I don't think it's on this right now, but let me double check. Let me see if it's on Max. I don't think it's on Max right there,
It's
but
not. I have Max. It's not
oh,
on
it's
there.
not. Okay, okay,
No,
okay.
no. The
So
only
I bet
thing Max got this year was Uzumaki, which Jesus, I don't even want to talk about that right now.
which one? What?
Uzumaki, that really pissed me off.
I
It's
heard that had a
one of the
good
greatest
that
sports stories.
had a good first episode, and then it was
Yeah,
terrible
it
right after that.
ruined it. Some things just can't be adapted, which I'm okay with. Not everything has to be adapted. If they had taken their time, I know they lost their budget and like Adult Swim low key pulled the plug. And I heard that they had to ship the animation to India, but
Uh,
just cancel it at that point.
okay.
Like, just
Well,
let it rest.
speaking of taking our time, we'll get into that a little bit later on as well too. But yeah, no. I want to get back to episode 9, where that was my favorite episode of the whole entire series right there, in terms of the animation, but also I'm saying that the teamwork they were doing right there as well. Like I said, Momo getting the doing the plan, accuracy doing the fighting, and then Okra doing the final blow of that missile right there. I feel as though like episode 9 just showed great teamwork. Like I mean, Grant, you read the manga, so you would know. Like from what I've
Mhm.
seen so far, I don't think there's the strongest person of the team right there. They just work well
You
together.
don't think
But
so?
what?
You don't think so?
I mean, for right now, though, like I think if I had to put my money on it, I would say that Turbo Granny with Okran is probably the strongest out of the whole entire team. But like from what I've
Just a
seen
heavy
so far,
hitter.
from what I've seen so far, they have to work well together as a team or they die. Like I haven't seen anyone really take over by themselves. Like they're still working as a team right there. It's still like a team thing. It's not like, in a certain animes, that one person of that team takes over. No, I really haven't seen that Dandadan just yet. Like it's all a team thing. Like I said, they can't win unless they all work well together. So I haven't seen, that moment where like this one character took the whole entire scene over.
And yeah, it's refreshing to have no Sakuras on the team. Everyone pulls their
Ah,
weight, which is
okay, Sakura's not that bad, yo. Why do
yes, she
people
is.
shit on
Yes,
Sakura?
she is. It's not her.
She defeated
It's
a Katsu member, and she was healing niggas in the Great Ninja War. She was
that's her
healing
pinnacle
motherfuckers.
moment. Otherwise, she's being a groupie for 600
She's
and some
healing
chapters.
though.
No.
She's healing, guys. The only bad thing I have about her is like she does not have good taste in men. That's all I'm gonna say right there. She has terrible taste in men. That's all I'm
Well,
gonna
she
just say.
stuck
But
with the plan. I'll give her that. She stuck with the plan. But
yeah,
for
she had mentioned the comments right there. But
for
no, like
700 chapters, I mean, Jesus Christ. How many
yeah,
seasons is there of Naruto? Freaking 25 seasons. But her fight against the Sasori was absolutely incredible. I remember watching
come on,
that.
man. Y'all
It
gotta
was
put some
incredible.
respect on
But then that's
Sakura.
it.
But
Like
she's healing, guys.
you had
She's
Lady
healing us.
Tsunade as your teacher, and you come on, man.
She's
There's so
healing
much
us.
more.
She was healing people in the Great Ninja War. People, no folks were dying. She was healing people. She had the Great Tsunade trainer. Listen, I don't care for Sakura. I don't love her. I think she's okay, but you got me defending her right now. I'm just like, yo, like, I don't want any Sakura disrespect around me right there,
No,
bro.
it's wasted potential of a character. It's not on her. It's on the person
Okay,
who
I'll
wrote
give you
it.
that.
Yeah.
She could have done more. Just like Rock Lee. Just
No,
like Rock
but
Lee.
I mean, the Lee's Guy and Lee. I mean, they pulled their weight. I mean, Guy beat Madara. So,
I'm saying that Lee had a lot of potential. It was like that's a waste of character development right there.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it was.
yeah, yeah.
But
I
back to
agree.
the main point right now, man. You got me going kind of. But yeah, everybody pulls their weight right there. Listen, episode 9, that was complete teamwork right there, and I loved it. And I just loved it. The one thing that bothered me with the season was that we got GGU's came at the late of the season right there. I wanted to see more of them in like the middle of the season right there. I'm like, dang man, like cause I was wondering like, yo, when are you get these other two characters right there? Because they look pretty cool. Like, when are we gonna get them? Here we are,
To
finally.
the point of it, the pacing is fast and frenetic. Things
It is
happen.
fast. No, it is fast. The pacing is fast with
The
this
pacing is extremely fast, and I think the anime does a good job with fleshing out things. Because that fight with Akro Soki could have been one episode or one and a half, but they fleshed it out with that scene, and it just flows better as a story. It was still early when he got published in the storyline, so you want to hook people. So you're just boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
starting stuff, showing stuff. But there's no traditional like long arcs. I think there's, if I'm
There,
thinking, there's
you about to
one
say,
long arc, but there's no everything's just like little mini arcs. There's something
but
always different.
but think about this too. It's tough to something to have be an arc when there's only like 12 episodes a season. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to arcs, it's just like
Well, you'll
you look
get,
at
that's what I'm saying. You'll get multiple arcs within a 12 episode season because the arcs are smaller. Besides, the last two have been massive, but other than that, which I'll be excited to see when they animate that. I feel like those will be 12 plus because they're really long.
so let's get to like in terms of arcs right there, right? So we get introduced to Gigi, right? Like towards the end of the season, he was the
Mhm.
one guy that from back in episode one, where or episode two, I forgot which one, but Momo. When somebody was laughing at Momo, was laughing at grandma, saying, oh, spirits are trashy, or whatever like that. It was a guy that she liked. It turned out to be Gigi, right? So, which by the way, Gigi is funny as hell. Like I said, all the characters are different. Like you have, listen, Momo has a bit of a hothead, but she's still a cool person. Okran's the shy guy. Ira's the selfish person right there. She seems to be all nice right there, but she has the a little bit of evil side to her. And Gigi's like laid back, relaxed, and doesn't take anything seriously right there. Like he was just so damn funny right there.
Speaking of characters and funny, honestly, my favorite funny character is Ira. Ira to me is hilarious. Like we skipped over the whole part where she fell on Okarun or whatever. But
Okay,
before,
let's
she
go
was
there.
in
Let's go
her
there.
dad's study looking at dirty movies, like taking notes, like, oh shit,
Yeah.
oh shit, I didn't even know. And she's like writing notes, and then she shows up, and she's like, yo, we about to do this or what? He's like, do what? She's like, this. He's like, what? So I thought that was hilarious. But the fact that she's like super oblivious, but also just like, I just find that hilarious.
I I was laughing at the part where it's like she she was acting all innocent one time when they all got exposed for being all negative shit like that.
Yeah,
She's saying there like, I'm so sorry. And she's like
exactly.
it's that
Yeah,
evil
yeah,
look
yeah.
right there.
That's
I'm
funny as
like,
hell.
yo,
She
that's
knows
just
what she's
so that
doing.
like and the thing is like normally I hate people like that anime, but for her though, it just works though. Like
It does
she
work.
just works.
It's
And
good
then her
writing,
and
and it's
her
funny.
yeah, and her to think that Momo and Okron are demons
And
right there.
demon kings or something,
Yeah,
trying to
right
take
there.
over the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so damn funny. That, she's got the powers too, right there. Which yeah,
exactly.
it's just okay, right. I was saying this about one video right there, so just bear with me right now, right? I kind of saw Momo, Okura, Ira, and Gigi as like the Ninja Turtles in a way, where it's like Okran's Donatello, Gigi's Michelangelo. And this is where it gets a little tricky right there, right? There's no leader, but Ira believes she's the chosen one. That she believes she's the leader.
See,
So I
that
guess
to me is hilarious.
She's Leonardo, and
She's like,
Momo
I'm
has
literally the chosen one. So like, how could you talk to me like this?
yeah,
She's like,
and
that is so
Momo
funny.
yeah, and Momo's a bit the hothead a bit, so I call her Raphael, but she has leader qualities too. But then again, Leo and Ralph always argue and fight. Obo and Ira, they be fighting a lot right there. So they
Yeah.
both share the Leonardo and the Raphael resemblance right there. So it's like
Mhm.
I thought it was just as funny. I'm like, oh, is this
No,
next
yeah,
now?
it's definitely just as funny.
I just thought it
Now
was
we'll
funny right
have to say Gigi, and I'm future thinking, but I don't know, not even really. He annoys me. He annoys me for the mere fact of like, I don't know. I expected that character to be less. Yeah, all of this shit. Give me your number. Like, I can't stand that. That's like the cringe kid in
there. Give me your
school.
number, I'm
It's
all
just,
tired right
yeah,
there.
and I'm
Leo,
like, bro, what?
Leo was
You chill
dude's
out.
not funny, but we need. I think he's the comic relief that we need, though. He's just
But he's
every
never serious. Oh, he is sometimes, but like,
I think
it
you.
gets to
I
the point where it's like, bruh, relax, calm down.
But think about this too. I was a little bit annoyed to say the annoying. That's not the one. I'm the chosen one. But
I
like,
think that's so funny though.
she's
But
still
that's just
funny
this is
though.
all
Like,
personal opinion. That's just personal
okay.
opinion.
But like I said,
Yeah.
I like everybody. Like, it's rare for me. Very, very. There's always that one character that's like, yo, you ain't doing shit. Like, I don't. You annoy me. But with
Yeah.
this though, it's like I like everybody. I mean, even though I do know Gigi gets his powers later on, but like even Gigi, I like it's gonna take some time for him to get his powers. Which, like I said, I know we're jumping around right now because there's a lot to talk about. But like with Gigi though, right? He comes to moments because he believes in spirits right there because he's talking about the spirit that was in his parents' house that he saw, which aka the evil eye, right? Which,
Mhm.
by the way, that on the final episode, the dude couldn't even sleep, and he was away from his house. He was at his someone else's house.
Bro,
He could
imagine
not
trying to
sleep.
sleep and you see that just looking at you all night.
Okay, first of all, that evil eye dude, he's not scary. That nigga just creepy.
Yes.
For the face, and you just saying it in Breeze right
No, it's
there,
the
like,
arms that are like down to his ankles. And his
yeah.
face is like upside down. He's just staring. Yeah, it's truly
And
trippy.
Breeze right there, I'm just like, yo, bro, like this dude couldn't even sleep at someone
Yeah.
else's house right there because he went from all happy, dandy, and shit like that. But I'm like, yo, this shit is serious now. Because honestly, right? Think about this. I understand the Turbo Granny was a serious thing, but like this might have to be the most serious fight in Dandadan so far because the fact that he's freaking out, the fact that 3 out of the 5 extras that they hired committed suicide.
Hmm.
Like this shit is very, very serious. And like the one thing I did not like in the end of season 1 right there is that no, I should hold on, I'm jumping ahead right now, but like even at the end of season 1 right there, just the tension right there was very, very serious. By the way, Momo, I love you to death, but you were just stupid to run to a hot spring. No, you have a mission to do. So, like, honestly, I would have been like, "Yo, we're all going together. We're not separating. We're not gonna be
Well,
separated."
in her defense, she's like, I'm letting them have guy time. This is first guy friend ever. So she's like, I'm gonna
And
let
I
them chill.
and I did like the
Also,
bonding.
even when I read it, I was like, oh, you're getting big headed because you haven't lost yet. You haven't actually had anybody whoop that ass, like for real, for
You
real.
see, I'm glad you brought that up because I said in one video, I'm like, "Yo, y'all have not done a lot right now to be feeling,
Hmm.
oh yeah, the spirits they hide it right now. By the time we get to like weekend, I'm like,
Yeah, they're gonna be
you only done
done.
one job so far.
Exactly.
Y'all have not done shit right now. Like Okra said to stay. Like Okra at least said to
Hmm.
stay right there. Which, by the way, he did. He did. Sense those spirits a little bit. Which, first of all, I didn't know they were spirits now because like they're just staring at them all creepy right there. But here's the thing that was kind of weird, right? All of them were smiling except for that one dark green person. I'm like, okay, why aren't you looking like them right now? That would okay. There's gotta be reason into that, right? Which it's a lot. It's those spirits, and then you have the evil eye. So there's a lot of things going on on this last episode right there. So
This, I will just say, this arc is one of the best in the series. Like, it gets really, 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 really good. There's a
and
lot to it, and I'm excited to see how they do it.
and
Um,
I oh my bad, go ahead.
no, I was yeah, go ahead.
No, like I knew they're gonna end on a cliffhanger, but not
Hmm.
like that. I was expecting a little bit more from that. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like the end of the episode, just seeing a bunch
They
of
it
houses
was a
out
good
there.
place to end because any more you would have had to just keep going. It wouldn't have been a good. That's like the only
Okay,
good. I'm surprised they even went in ahead and introduced Gigi. Um,
so you're there. It's gonna be season 2, possibly.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be season two with the whole. Or yeah, I was thinking he was gonna be season two. I didn't think they'd bring that in. I mean,
I
I
mean,
guess they could have, but either way, it would have had to been at the last episode. But it's weird to start an arc on the last episode, which I mean, it does happen.
true.
Um,
I mean, you were saying that this anime is fast paced.
yeah, it's
So
extremely fun.
it's got to that GG part already right there. But like I don't know, the tension right now just seems to be so series right now. And like I said, Momo was feeling this right now. I was like, why are you? Like I said, why are you going to hot spring? Why are you saying, oh, the spirits are hiding? Which
He's like, y'all good? Yeah, y'all good. All right, I'm out.
yeah, like it's like I don't like that, right?
I'm not
So
chilling on this couch.
I know, right? So did you see the trailer for season two?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I watched it.
Here, I'm a little bit nervous, and the reason I'm
Why?
nervous because like, is it don't think it's going too fast? To already premiere in less than a year right now in July because I think to myself, are they
No,
rushing
because
it? Are they
here's
going
the
to take the
thing. They already have it made.
true?
I think. With the studio like that, they're not. Everyone is now expecting things to be ran like Mappa. Like that's not normal. Mappa
Like
shit is not normal. You
they
don't.
Mappa be taking
You
like a
don't.
year long
You,
break.
yeah, but
Year.
you're not working up until the airing time. Like that's not typical. Stuff is usually made. Like this could have been made 2 years ago, for all we know. I don't know if anyone has actual timelines, but the bigger studio. I mean, think about like American
Mappa's
stuff.
his biggest studio.
They're getting bigger, but they're not like massive. They're not like Toei, who does One Piece, who just has like some of the best animation on the planet week
Yeah,
after week after
yeah.
week after week. Like
I don't think you compare
that
to that,
takes
right?
hundreds of people and millions of dollars of budget
Mhm.
to be able to like produce. So a July, I mean, that's 7 months. That's still a big gap. So
That is. I mean, freaking. I'm mad at the fact that we had to wait another year for Hell's Paradise. Freaking
yeah, I
2020.
hope. Well, yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good show, but I was hoping we'd get that Chainsaw Man, which we did, and oh my god, cannot wait for that.
I
That's gonna
cannot
be
wait for
so
that
good.
too. So,
Mappa is back.
so overall, like, what were like your thoughts on season one of Dogs? Did we miss anything right there? Because I didn't remember else, but like we kind of went everything. We went over the characters, the chemistry, you know, the impact. I mean, like them not holding any bars right there. Like they go above certain lines right there. They're like, no, fuck it, we're gonna show you. Like, oh, you were telling me that either one of the writers, directors are like, we're gonna show it in real life. There are evil people out there that do, assault women and stuff like
Hmm.
that. I don't want to say it like that, but like
Absolutely.
it's important. It's like they're not glorifying it, but they're saying like, hey, shit like this actually
Well, people,
happened.
I think like the context, a lot of the context is like, oh, this is meant to be for kids. There are not kids,
See,
and also everything is being put in an American lens, and that's what gets me annoyed. It's like stop trying to conform other people's cultural norms to yours, and once you stop doing that, it'll make a lot more sense. Like it's not meant. It's for young boys. This is like high school teenagers, things like
anime's
that.
anime's always been for adults. Anime's never been
There
for kids.
there is anime for kids. It's called Pokemon. If you want
What's
your
that?
kid to watch anime, watch
What's that
Pokemon.
genre called again? What's that genre type of anime called again? For
Yeah,
what
I
it's
mean,
called.
it's all shonen, but there's just young boys. There's different types of
But
shonen.
yeah, sure. But no,
There's
like
shonen and then seinen, which is like Berserk and stuff.
it's like I said, it's like anime is not supposed to go that route. It's like no, anime is supposed to be for kids. No, like anime do what they fuck they want right there. Like here's the thing, right? It's not a problem when it's South Park. It's not a problem when it's Family Guy.
Exactly.
It's not a
Yeah.
problem when it's the Boondocks. But it's
Yeah.
all a problem
Exactly.
when it's anime.
It's anime. Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep it a butt right there, right? Since we all want to be like what's a shame? High School DxD,
Oh my
high,
gosh. Don't
High
even
School
get
of the
me
Dead,
started on that. You don't even get me
High School of
started
the
on
Dead,
that.
right there. Like
Y'all
we want
love that. That's a cult classic. Nobody said anything about that shit. In the first episode, he just smacks the shit out of that girl. The one that he likes. And
yeah.
she's like freaking out. He just turns around and goes,
We
I didn't
can't.
hear a single, like, come on.
Well, you gotta think this. It's the internet now too. They see
Yeah.
something that they don't like. They want to get all mad about that shit. Like this thing with the voice actor for sharing it art. They're like, let's get mad now. Grr. It's like people, come the
But
fuck
see,
on
I
right
feel a
there.
little different about that because it wasn't us getting mad, it was Japanese people being like, can y'all just like accept the character for what it is?
But
Granted,
like
it's fan art and you can do whatever you want, And I would never go on Twitter and voice an opinion on that because I think it's stupid. Who gives a fuck? But to them, they're just like, damn, like, why is it racist to have a character that the
But
author
we see,
created?
but here's
Like,
the thing: we've seen race swapping so many times. It's like, why now are y'all getting mad? Like, think about like that whole Brazilian Miku person. That was fine. I didn't see that more about that. And the other thing is too is
Brazilian
that
Me Too person, who's that?
I don't really know. I just saw the character just being Brazilianized right there, and people got ain't get mad. Did not get mad about that. You
Well,
know,
first of all, we're saying people being mad. These aren't people. These are things that are on the internet 24/7 that clearly don't have any
uh,
purpose in life but to complain about.
I don't know.
Things that are out of their control.
They're
Like,
making a small thing into a bigger thing, which I hope the guy still keeps his job. I don't think he should lose his job from this shit, but
he's not going to lose his job. It's freedom of speech and it's reposting a picture. If he loses his job over that, we've really lost the plot. But,
exactly. But no, so
but
like,
I mean,
but
another
like I
thing
said,
is, it's like people get upset because, oh, white characters are voicing Indian characters or black characters. I mean, look at The Simpsons. But he's a black character voicing a Japanese character. So I'm like, how can you get mad when it goes the other way? Like, there's just too many like nuances about it. That's how
it's
it's
too
just like
many.
it's
It's too
ridiculous.
much shit right
Yeah,
there. It's really bad. We need to cut this shit out, folks. We
yeah,
really
seriously, you
really need
gotta
to.
cut this shit
Were, were,
out,
were
man.
y'all were y'all
You're
mad
gonna
at
ruin everything, dude, all
were
the
y'all
time.
mad? I forgot his name. I forgot his name. Phil something. But the guy that voiced Samurai Jack, he was black. Should an Asian should have voiced that guy right
Phil
there?
Spencer, the
Phil
guy
Smith, yeah,
from Mad TV. Yeah,
yeah,
you know how many
yeah.
characters Phil Spencer has done?
Exactly, man.
Like nobody says a word, but
Twitter.
you
But like
share
I
a
said,
picture
it's
or you
Twitter
do
now.
something.
It's Twitter now, though. We're
Yeah,
in this new age
exactly.
right now. In this new age right now. But like back to the story at hand, right there. Like I just think Donna was amazing. Like I said, animation great. Even though the story is very like the plot is very like simple, it's still more to it though. There's a lot that's going on right now with the whole like
I
alien.
I
I mean, no,
I'll
I'm not.
slightly disagree when I
Oh,
say
no, let me
simple.
know. Okay, no, let me
It
know. I said,
it's so like I said, the guy that wrote this is coming from Chainsaw Man, and Chainsaw Man on the surface can seem very simple. Like Denji just wants a nut. Okay, we get that. It
yeah,
makes
there's
it
more to
very
it.
explicit, but there's a lot more as far as like the government, gun control, like violence against people, mass hysteria, like all those things play into the themes of it. But in order to catch the younger reader, it's like, yo, but Denji wants a nut. But
True.
here's like the overarching things of it. The way Dandadan does it is like, yeah, there's the action and the fighting and all that, but they really
Alien.
get it in the aliens, but the character development,
Oh
the
yeah, absolutely.
backstories is where it really tells the story of like who each
Oh,
person is,
1000%
and
agree.
that's what I like about it. And but it does it in a subtle way. It's like, ooh, who's this? What power are they gonna get now? Like I remember reading when I first started reading it, all the comments for the chapters would be like, yo, I wonder what their powers are gonna be. It's like, no, it's not that simple. It's not just the powers. Like, who is this person as a person? And it kind of breaks that down with each character that's introduced. We go
Oh,
from
speaking
there.
of characters, we almost missed on the alien boxer dude. Forgot his name.
Chiquita,
Chiquita.
the boy
Wait,
Chiquita.
here's the thing.
Or is
I
that
thought he was an important character for this reason. Because I think for a time being, I think Okran hated aliens because at first he loved aliens, right? But then after his first experience with aliens, it's like, dang, F you guys, right? Now that one alien guy, felt sorry for what he did, has a heart and whatnot, I feel as though that gives Okran hope that, there are good aliens out there, not the aliens that, that came across and try to, take your banana.
Yeah, and it's like the duality because if you think about Turbo Granny, yeah, she was evil. She tried to murder them multiple times, but in the end, even though she pulled the Sakuna right there and was like, "Y'all are on your own," eat shit, and started laughing at him, but
Yeah.
which I loved. I totally forgot that happened. I loved that total Sakuna moment. But what's it called? In the end, she's still helping them. So it's
Yeah.
like when you see what they're doing, their goal, and who they are as people, it tends to have the talk no jutsu effect, but not nearly as much as exaggerated like some other
Yeah,
stories does.
yeah,
And his
absolutely.
story, again, back to the character development, and it goes to his backstory. Like they don't have any food on their planet. He's literally doing this to feed his son.
Yeah,
And like surprisingly, bananas have the whatever it is that they need, potassium or whatever the fuck. He's like,
they
yo,
got.
you just need bananas, yo. They're like, wait, what? Like,
well,
yo,
here's the thing. They need some milk. He
milk,
needs
yeah,
some
yeah,
milk.
milk. That's what it
He
was.
needs some milk.
Milk, yeah.
He
Like, yo,
needs
you just
some
need
milk.
milk,
He,
bro. You just.
he needs some. He
That is
needs
so
some
crazy.
milk. He needs some milk. But no, man. Like, okay, I like that you correct me wrong on that right there. So it's more to the story right there. Like I said,
Mhm.
character development, the reason behind these characters, what incident, what's their backstory right there. It's a lot of that right there. And like I said, even though it's fast paced, they do it pretty well right there. Because normally when it's fast paced, you kind of skip a lot of things. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect, but they still done a great job. And like I said, episode 7, that broke a lot of records. That thing,
Yeah,
I,
I've
I,
seen
it,
so many crying reaction videos. I'm like, it was
okay, okay.
dope, but
It was
I'm not
okay.
doing all that.
This is just me. This is just me. And I don't want to sound like a bad guy. If you have some money, get your money. But I feel as though reaction people just they overreact at shit, bro. Like you got the camera in front of you, you're gonna be like, oh my god, oh it's like come on, stop it. Like I know we're trying
Yeah.
like it's a reaction channel. Like I'm not
Mhm.
gonna watch someone's reaction to a video I've already seen. The only people I can see that do a better reaction is like Abe and Preach because they're comedians right there. So it's like their type of reaction is different. It's not like it's like played out or like uh
Well,
acted
there's two ways to react, right? There's like the physical reaction, and there's like the explanation reaction, or like the giving a thought, which I think is fine. But to your point, if you're gonna watch, the same thing happened with Demon Slayer and Hinagami Kagura when he fought the spider demon in the
like.
forest. And like, yeah, it was dope, but like, why are you crying on camera, bruh? Bruh, why
Well,
are
here's
you
the
crying
thing.
on camera? Please
Not great.
calm
If
down.
if that's your money, get your money. I'm not gonna handle how you get your money, but it's like just to react. I just can't. I just can't do reaction shit. Like if
Yeah,
you give your like I said, I'm not gonna watch a video that I've already seen and see you see you reacting from it. Like I don't know, but that's what it is right there. But no, episode 7 had the whole world on fire right there. Like it was the highest, like I said, rated episode because emotional and stuff like that. So I mean, it was a good backstory. Like I said, I was expecting a sad backstory just not like that. I was not expecting it to
yeah.
be like that. I'm just like, God damn. But bro, I love this anime. Like I said, it shocked me in how well it I loved it. Like I was like, okay, a nice, funny anime. Like I was just thinking it's gonna be some comedy shit right there. I was not
Mhm.
expecting the action. I was not expecting like the sad backstory. I was not expecting to see like these scary spirits. Like the evil eye is fucking creepy. That's
Dude, I
man,
can't wait for this next arc. It's gonna be so good. The
like I
Evil
said,
Eye is so cool.
and the characters, like I love the characters right there. Like I said, I love Momo. I love Momo and Okra. It's just their dynamic duo right there. I just love those two. But listen, Iris cool too. I know you don't like Gigi, but I like him for right now. But like,
I don't like hate
so
him by any
it,
means, but without saying anything, it's just a wasted potential to me. He's cool. He's cool. Now, I will say, even reading it like before it was ever animated, it is the only manga to ever make me laugh out loud.
oh
I'm like,
wow.
that's why I really liked it. When I had certain things I would see, I'd be like, what the fuck just happened?
So
Like, that is,
you don't be laughing when it comes to like the manga. So you might have a smirk, but like you're
but
actually
I'm
just
just so
laughing.
excited to see it because it comes out every Monday. So I'm like speed reading, like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, this is great. And then I'll see one page and I'll turn it. I'm like, damn, that looks fire. All right, next one. But like, yeah, this one I'll actually like pay attention to the jokes and shit. And it's hard because a lot of the jokes are meant for Japanese. They don't translate well, which is why I'm kind of curious to rewatch the dub, just to see because the D's nuts thing I saw, and the voice actor, he's the same guy for Gigi that does the solo leveling character, Sung
Yes,
Jin Woo, and he said
completely,
that they
completely
literally were
different,
like, yeah, completely
different
different.
tones, and I didn't.
But
You,
he said the directors for 10 minutes. were discussing these nuts, and they're like, "Bro, should we put that in?" They're like, "Nah, wait a minute. Yeah, we should put that in."
Yeah, that's what
And
I
then he's
like
like,
about
"They
the
put it
studio
in,"
right
and I'm
there.
like, "Okay, maybe I'll watch the dub of that. That sounds
That's
kind of
why I like the
awesome."
studio. Like, yo, should we say no? Fuck it, let's do it right there. Let's see it.
Yeah, because the
They gotta
joke
censor
in
us.
Japanese is something about a hip pain joint. And when I watched it, I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't know what the fuck that means because I'm not familiar with the cultural reference. But the D's nuts reference, and then they're always talking about balls. I mean, genius. That fits
yeah.
perfectly.
Well, for me, it's like when I watch episodes, I watch it in Japanese. Then when I'm taking notes, I watch it in dub. That's what I do.
Mm.
It's a
It's
little
just
easier for me.
for dub for me. It can take one character to ruin the entire show.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely,
Absolutely, yeah,
absolutely. I've said that thousand times right there. Absolutely, right there.
yeah.
Absolutely. Thousand. But no, there are some bad anime dubs that just sound so funny. I was like Yu-Gi-Oh's dub is terrible, but it's so damn funny though.
Oh, I loved Yugi as a kid, and it never occurred to me that it was a bad dub
Me
until
neither.
I
Me
watched
neither.
one episode like a few years ago, and it was when he went to fight Pegasus with Toon World,
Yeah.
and Pegasus was like, "Come on now, I'm going to." I'm like, "Okay, bro, what were we
I
on?" Because this shit was
Kaiba is
ass.
probably the funniest dub in that one though. I think Kaiba's the best one.
Yugi, yeah, just doing all kinds of weird shit he
Yeah,
does.
but no. So all right, before we have I have a few questions before we end this thing. What were just did you have like any negatives with Dandadan this first season? Like were there like something that you did not like in this
I'm
anime?
the wrong person to ask because I've been so hyped on this. And this was flawless to me. It was the best anime, not of the year. Well, I don't know
It's a tough one.
because I'm a huge ReZero fan, and I watched Freerun, and I was like, I'm not gonna like this bullshit, and I ended up adoring Freerun, and I think Freerun will be talked about probably forever as far as anime. It's that good. I
well,
highly recommend it. But
like I said,
as far as down on it, there's maybe one. I don't know. For me, it's tough
it's
because
tough. It very is.
I love the art style of manga, which is why I read it. I read it for the story, yeah, but the art is what really draws me. And
Art's really
a
amazing.
lot of it's hard to translate the actual art to the manga.
Mhm.
I slightly like the profiles of the characters look in the manga a tiny bit more than the anime. Anime seems to like round out characters a lot more. If they're not good with like line work, 'cause
Not gonna
they
lie.
can't be because it's not just a static image. Like if you think of Attack on Titan, when you read Attack on Titan, the artwork was shit at first, and then it got a little bit better. But everyone's really thin, and like the lines are super jaunt, and it just looks scarier.
Okay.
But that first season, they're all rounded out and smiling and like flashy. Like it doesn't really translate as well. It's still fantastic, but that might be my only downside. It's just a little. Even the new Chainsaw Man trailer, a lot of people complain that are big fans about the art. They're like, dude, this does not even look like Denji. Like y'all got to do something. And
I
this,
still gotta
when I
watch it.
watched the trailer of the movie coming out, I was like, they listened, Mappa listened, and they went back to the drawing board. They got rid of the CGI and they went full chaotic, like how the manga is. And I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. I'm not being nitpicky. Like there is.
CGI can hurt it. It can hurt an anime. It can either hurt or help them. We've seen it happen with Ninja Kamui. That's the reason why.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And
Yeah,
Ninja
yeah.
Kamui had a great start, an
It
amazing
did.
start,
It
and
did.
then those last episodes right there were the CGI was just bad.
It's
That's what went
just
downhill.
you got to
That's what
distribute the
downhill.
budget. You got to distribute the budget. They
Yeah,
blew through the budget in the first episode, and that's it. Fuck
yeah.
it.
I can't think of much negatives either. I guess like I said just at first I was like, and then like how it ended with a clear anger, but how you explained it to me, I'm like, okay, right? So to me, they had to stop right there because they would have shown like too much at that point. They would have to like keep on going right there. So like, I'm glad you actually were able to like somewhat correct me with that right there. So I do appreciate that. But like I said, and it's not. it's not what the director or the animation, it's the characters. It was like, Momo, why are you going by yourself? That just really, really bothered me right there. Like, yo,
What?
y'all need to be humbled right now. That's like my only
Oh,
gripe right
oh,
now.
oh, with the last episode, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
like, okay,
Well, I mean, I looked at it as like, because I thought the same thing. And again, I don't like. It's fun to watch this much more because I don't remember any of this shit. I remember the big points, but the little stuff, like it's like seeing it for the first time. So the first thing I thought was like, okay, why the fuck are you leaving? Like, where are you going
yeah.
again? And then once the dudes start coming out, because I forgot that even happened, and I'm like, oh, but it serves as a plot point to be able to go back and forth.
All
That's how I took it. I was like, okay, I get it. You
right,
got to split up the team. Gigi
all
is
right,
basically powerless, kind of thing. So,
all right. All right. So before we end out, so since you've read the manga, without giving us too much, what can you say? What should we expect from season two? Because, like I said, you read the manga. Like, what should we expect in this next arc?
so this next part is like I said, it's one of my favorite arcs of the series so far. It's still ongoing, but I think we mentioned getting humbled. I think just keep that in mind. Everyone's gonna get a
Okay.
little taste of humble pie, but
Okay.
humble pie is hot and ready for everybody.
Okay.
This arc.
Okay.
That's why I like it so much because it's like, oh yeah, you're not. This isn't your typical like no training art. Let's just whoop everybody's ass every time. Like you're
That's
gonna have
why
to
I'm
fight
like.
for this.
That's why at grandma, I'm like, yo, why are you sending your daughter? Because it sounds serious. Like,
Yeah,
I understand you can't do anything outside the city, but it's like, what? First of all, I was like, why did it get? Why did Ira go along with them? I was like, yo,
but think about it. It's like a test, and we were talking about the big headed thing. She's like, okay, you're gonna go alone because you think you're getting like there, right? You think your stuff's working. You beat the aliens. You beat Turbo Granny somehow because that was a total fucking fluke. Let's just be honest there.
it was
Like
by
a
luck.
total fucking fluke.
It was by luck. Like I'll admit, it was by luck.
There's not many yokai in this entire series that could fuck with Turbo Granny.
it was Yusuke Urameshi
Yeah,
Urameshi
it
right
was. It
there.
was. It
Seriously, like
was.
they, yeah, like I
Some
think that's gonna
Urameshi
be the.
shit.
I hate
Yeah.
I hate the word hot take, but yeah, they got lucky in
No,
terms.
no, I mean, I guess someone would say that, but they got extremely lucky. That should not have happened. Um, but yeah, they're gonna get theirs, that's for sure. But I like that the struggle will build character going forward, and
I like that. I said I want the girl in pains right there. I
hmm
want the girl in pains, but like I'm still mad that Iris. I want them because I'm like, yo, why not get the help what you get? Because like she really just runs off in episode 11. Like, hey, see you guys. I'm gonna prepare the army right now. I'm like, Ira, where are you going?
yeah, exactly. Like
Where you
what?
go right there? Where you go?
He
But
just
no,
sits
man.
out.
I just cannot wait for the cosplays of like when I see what I can't wait for the cosplays, bro. One of these next conventions, I'm definitely cosplaying Okarun in a summer granny form. Like the cosplays
Yeah.
of Donna are gonna be great to see right there, bro. I cannot wait.
Well,
I
the
cannot.
Momo one is gonna be everywhere. I already know. I'm sure
Oh,
you're gonna
Momo,
see because that's so
it's
easy to
easy.
make. It's easy
Okarun and
and it
like I
looks
said,
dope.
like Momo's gonna be the easiest. Okarun, Ira, G can be easy too. But but if it's Okarun's Turbo Granny, Iris, Akabura, Silky, and Gigi's Evil Eye,
Yeah.
that's gonna be the creative shit right there. It honestly, if you're able to do Turbo Granny in her spirit form, that's gonna be a lot of work too.
hmm
That's gonna
Yeah,
be
but
amazing work right there.
that one would be bad. I think I saw one somewhere. I might have been looking at running shoes on Reddit and saw one in passing, and it looked incredible. If I can find it, I'll send it to you.
Uh,
But it
so
looked incredible.
oh wait, so do you have I forgot to ask, do you have a favorite moment of season one right now? Was there like the moment where you're just like, damn, this is amazing right now?
Um, when Okarun did his first headbutt
When
and sent
Akira
Afro
Silky,
flying, because I was like, oh yeah, he does get stronger little by little. And
I
I'm
was
like,
saying
I
that.
can't wait to
That was his
watch
first.
this.
I can't wait to
Yeah,
see when he's that guy. when he's that
Dude.
guy.
Oh, I
Because
can't
I said,
wait.
I love to grow in pains. And
Hmm.
it's not like, bam, I'm in this form, I'm indestructible right now. No, it's gonna take some time for me to, get better with these powers right now. Like it's a
Yeah.
training thing for him. It's not like,
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It's like you have the power, bang, you're good right now. No, I have to have, but I have to work to be great at this shit though.
And like the fact that he's behind the class, he has his insecurities and he knows it, and he's working on it. He's like, if I'm
Yeah,
gonna protect this chick, who any other dude could pull up on my nerdy ass and like do something, I need to make sure my shit's on point. So, like,
exactly,
and I
man.
respect that. That's dope. You don't see that normally. All the powers are handed to him. Like
Yeah,
solo leveling, for example. He's just a weak dude, and then he somehow doesn't die and gets rewarded for
he got lucky.
not dying by like a millisecond. Dude had no arms and legs, like, and then like, oh yeah, you leveled up, and he's like, what?
He
Okay,
got lucky. He got lucky.
but yeah, he got lucky, but
He got lucky.
Okuro works for his shit. That's hard. That's respect.
He's over here.
So
He's over here. Is like doing push-ups, doing
he's doing
dumbbell
the Kendrick
levels right there.
push-ups behind
It's
school.
like, yeah, Kendrick, rapper 2024. That's all
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
And that's
Kendrick
why
and Dandadan,
you should get Kendrick
2024.
on that right there. Yeah, for real, man. For real. No, I mean my favorite moments have to be when they all work together to defeat those aliens right there, Momo,
Yeah, that was
Okura,
dope.
and
That
Ira.
was really dope.
Like Momo just using the using their powers to spread out the water right there to be it and have the alien
Hmm.
be on dry land, using that using that mantis guy's weakness right there, and then
Yeah,
Oak Ira grabbing them and Okura doing the final blow right there. Like that was amazing too. Right
even
there.
her
Like I
thinking
love.
about earlier when it was in the fish tank and they had
Yeah,
put something in there and it went, psh, and she
you
was like,
you
"Oh
you know
shit!"
they were teasing about that
Yeah,
shit
they were
too. You
teasing
knew
that.
you
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
some of
You
them were
knew.
like, oh, I'm like, okay,
Like, wait
I'm
a
paying
minute.
attention right there. But like I said,
Yeah,
that was remember like I said the animation to go from like yellow, green to regular like that. Episode
yeah,
9 was great artwork right there in an episode. That's one of
yeah.
my favorite like moment I've thought on right there. But I'm excited for season 2. Listen, Dandadan was I did not think it'd be like this. Did not think it'd be like this. And like I said, we got less than a year. Less than a year for this anime. And like I said, they came on every week. They did not stop. They were consistent every Thursday.
We even
Normally you
got
have we wait like
a
like a
Thanksgiving banger too. I think that
that
was
was oh
that
yeah, the
week.
episode 9 was on
That was
Thanksgiving.
that week.
That
That
was
was
that week
on
right there.
Thanksgiving. I was
That was
like,
on
hell. I was
you're
out of
up.
town, but I got back the next day. I was like, let's go.
Let's
This is
go out this right
fire.
there. Like
I'm excited.
I even surprised you when I told you, hey, Dalla's out right now. It's
I
like,
was
wait,
like, oh
really?
shit,
On
really? I was like,
Crunchyroll
let's
right now.
go.
Yeah, everywhere,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like
I was.
everywhere, man. Like, like guys, y'all need to get Donna on that channel now. Like, don't listen to what the internet says. Just watch it. Just watch that shit. Like, if you don't like him episode 4, okay, that's fine. But like, don't go by what the internet says. Just watch this shit. Just
Mm.
fucking. It is amazing right there. Like I said, if if you're able to watch worse shit, like if you're gonna watch Berserk, if you're gonna watch Goblin Slayer, High School DxD, High School of the
There's
Dead,
millions
Berserk,
more. There's so many others
Chainsaw
more.
Man, there's so much worse than Donna right there. Like, I'm not saying it was a great scene to watch, but it's like there's a meaning into why they're doing it
But
though.
exactly, and even besides with the, I wouldn't even put Berserk in there because Berserk is that served as like the ending of that of Guts's life. That was like you took everything from him. That's what that was. That was like emasculating him to the highest form. That was something completely different than this shit. This shit was like, yo, the aliens are trying to get a sample of your ass. Like, in the funniest way possible. I know it would look trippy. And
Yeah,
but thinking about it purely of an age thing, which I get, but that's what aliens do. I don't think aliens really give
yeah,
a fuck about you. So
that's what they did right there. So yeah,
mm.
y'all just watch it. It's great. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today of our season 1. Because like I said, we both loved it. We're excited for season 2. And Ralph said, he read the manga, but he said for me, people that have read the manga, he said you're gonna get such a humble pie in season 2.
In a good
But
way, and this Yeah, in a great way.
I have questions, but I don't want to answer because I feel so that might be revealing too much because I'm like, there's evil eye, then there's these, I don't know what to call them, spirits or cube. I don't know what the fuck they are. Are they both from the same problem right there? I don't know. Like I'm sure
That'll be explained. That'll be
yeah,
explained.
that will
Yeah.
be explained right there. Like I said,
Yeah.
we got less than a year, you know. Some
Mm,
summer, baby, July, man, July, yo,
summer. Yeah.
July,
Yeah.
everyone, July. Just get your popcorn
Hide
ready,
from the
y'all.
heat on Thursdays.
Hopefully it'll be on Thursdays again too. Hopefully it's on Thursdays. Like don't change
Yeah.
it. Like and
Yeah.
let it be every week. Don't
Hmm.
delay every fucking week. Like I need this shit. Like already got the shirt. I already got the shirt already and all that shit right
Oh
there.
my
I got
gosh!
the
Look at
shirt
that.
ready. I got the shirt ready.
Yeah.
I got
Wait,
the
what's wrong?
I got the shirt ready right there, bro. Like
Mhm.
I am ready for that shit right there. I'm ready for this shit. But yeah, any last words first for your head out right now? Because like I said, this is gonna be the shit.
Nah, I just think I'm excited for season two. I'm happy that this shit went as far as it did. I knew it would. Anyway, it's good. But nah, I knew it would be. I knew if you liked old school shit, because it really gives me the old school anime like story vibes, where things were just kind of like chaotic but hard at the same time, and it
Like
wasn't so like just I don't know how to describe it. It just gives a
uh
nostalgic feeling, like
listen,
we're
I
back.
just for me, I just love like the mixture of everything, like action, comedy, tear. Like I was expecting like the sad shit in this anime. I
Hmm.
wasn't expecting. I thought there's gonna be some comedy shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't say anything too serious. No, it gets serious.
Hmm.
It gets real right now. And like I said, this just has to be the creepiest spirit that we've seen so far. Like you can feel the tension at the end of episode 12. You can just feel it because like you don't know what's gonna happen to Momo, and then Okra and Gigi finding a room full of talismans in there. Like it was something to claim for, all right, and I was definitely expecting. I was definitely was expecting that. So
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Well,
I'm scared.
it's gonna be dope though.
Gonna be- But our next discussion, hopefully you guys will be here for that next week. We'll be talking about the anime that we love for 2024. So maybe one of us might have a tier list. I don't know. Like so, we'll just talk about animes we love, maybe animes that we did not like, animes that were just mad right there. But I said it's anime in 2024 next week. Next week, so be sure to tune in for that on Sunday. Time we'll think about that, but we'll keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, Ralph, any last words for us before we head up out of here?
I think we pretty much covered everything, but
I think
yeah, I mean, I besides Jump Fest, got some season two previews. I was happy about that.
Jump
I
Fest.
think,
Oh, yo, I still gotta watch everything that they revealed, but they
yeah, I
they
haven't
revealed a
seen
lot
everything.
though.
They
They
did.
revealed a lot right there.
I
Like,
saw Yuji and the boys, so I know good times are coming.
well, they said it was just a visual though, right?
Yeah, it's just a visual, but good times are coming. The boys are back. They're
I,
coming on the way
I,
for the absolute best and final arc, which is one giant mega arc at the end.
JJK.
Yeah, there's after Shibuya, there is post Shibuya, and that's the rest of the series.
Really?
Yeah,
I do remember you saying that for people that think that Shibuya arc was bad, it only gets worse.
yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, you've seen nothing. You've seen nothing. You've
I've
heard
seen
nothing.
nothing. Hey, so that was just child shit that was
You have
child's play
felt
shit.
nothing. Like,
I,
yeah,
damn, man.
yeah, yeah. I can't
I
wait.
don't
I
want to watch
cannot
season three,
wait.
bro. I don't want to watch season three.
I cannot wait. Oh
I
my
don't want to
god.
watch. Yeah. But
Well,
by the
they're gonna
way,
do. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say shout out to Anime Simplicity LA. That's who made this shirt. I actually ordered three more Dandadan shirts for him. It was like one was a Momo shirt, one with Momo and Okran arguing, and Momo and her past right there. So I was hoping they would have got here before this discussion right there, but I might just wear for for our next podcast episode right there. So shout
Mhm.
out Anime Simplicity right there. His art, like his shirts are fire. His shirts are fire right there. So obviously people buy shit. That's all I gotta say is buy. You see this fire? You see this fire? You see this fire shit? Buy it. All right, buy it. So, Aaron, folks, Y'all have a good night. Please get a video a like. It does help with the channel. Subscribe to my part of Knuckles family. And like I said before, we'll be coming back here next week to talk about anime 2024, our favorite anime moments. That's some great moments right there. All the good stuff. So anyway, folks, y'all have a good night. Y'all take care. Be safe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.
Peace.